You know the UFC MMA glove? I made those motherfuckers.
You made the UFC MMA glove?
I gave Dana a prototype, and he said he's going to make it through Wana gloves.
Wana gloves. I remember
Wana gloves, and then all of a sudden I got cut out of the deal. Never. I know what it was a hardbinger gloves. Remember the hardbinger gloves you used to hit bags with? So what I did was I cut the thumb out. I cut the top knuckle parts on because they had the knuckles padded. I cut so it's just the top. And I go, this is how you should make the next gloves. He goes, you sure? I go, dude, they are awesome. They got the wrap it tight. I got cut out of that deal, and they made their own shit.
Man, you should have patented that motherfucking glove.
I didn't know I was a kid. I didn't know. I didn't have a clue.
What were you wearing before that? When you
they didn't have gloves. They didn't wear gloves back then.
There are probably two guys that absolutely tried to destroy the company at that time, and it was Tito Ortiz and Randy Couture.
Really?
100%. Yeah, two of the worst guys to ever deal with.
But you had a relationship early on with Tito Ortiz because you managed him.
100%.
So that went from sugar to shit.
It did. It did.
And so when you were like, man, were you vocal about I hope he lose, or could we just tell? Did I miss something?
No, I don't think I was ever vocal about it. You know, it was a lot of behind the scenes stuff with me and him. Here's the problem with Tito. And Tito's just a really dumb human being. He's not intelligent at all. He's very, very stupid. Okay, let's start there. And I mean, look at him speak publicly anytime. Look, Google Tito Ortiz talking, okay? And I don't have any beef with Tito anymore. And Tito,
I can
you
tell.
know you're stupid, Tito. You know you are. So Tito we'd be coming up to a big fight that was on Saturday, right? Deals have been done for months. Tito would call and say, I'm not going to show up unless you pay me another $150,000 or whatever the number was. He would do this on the regular, you know, and I would go crazy, and we would, you know. But these are the kind of, Tito was always the type of guy that would step over dollars to pick up dimes, okay? Wow. Because he thought he was smart, but he was the complete opposite of smart. He's not a smart guy. So he destroyed what could have been an incredible relationship because we loved Tito at the time. Right. You know, Tito was our guy. Tito was my guy. Frank and Lorenzo loved Tito. And, you know, he absolutely destroyed a relationship that he could have had for the rest of his life over nickels. Nickels. And I would have to say that nobody's pissed me off more than Tito Ortiz.
Because how many times Tito fought that I wanted to see him just get his ass whooped?
I was going to fuck him up and make him look stupid. When Chuck Liddell knocked Tito Ortiz out, that was my favorite moment that has ever happened.
When Tito and Chuck fought for the first time, I told Chuck, I want your gloves and your trunks that you beat the snot out of him in. I put him in a glass case and hung him up in my house.
You don't want to get a pissing contest with Dana. And I really didn't understand it at the time because I was a kid. I look back on it and I probably shouldn't have worn a t-shirt that said Dana's my bitch. I admit that. That's probably one of my biggest mistakes.
That's one of the most iconic pictures in UFC history, though, to be fair. It is. Because obviously I started watching the sport after that. I saw that years later and was just like, wow.
Me and Tito Ortiz, we hated each other. And Tito fought here for many years with us hating each other.
Like hating, like what? Like y'all
fucking hate each other.
Y'all would walk past in hallways.
100%. He wore a shirt up on stage that said Dana is my bitch. Yeah, at one of the weigh-ins. Yeah. And I always talk about when we do interviews, I always make sure I let everybody know that he's one of the dumbest motherfuckers that you will ever meet. He's the dumbest human being on planet Earth. I let everybody know that. And he and I don't hold back.
But you still respected him for his art?
He's a bad dude.
Yeah.
100%. If it was an MMA match, Tito would murder me.
Yeah.
Like, it would be fucking...
Definitely.
It would be the most horrific beating you've ever fucking seen in your life. He would double leg me, smash me against the fence.
It'd be like a Habib smash.
And put his fucking... No, it'd be worse than that. Tito would literally put his fucking elbows through my skull, okay? Just so we're clear here.
Yeah.
In a boxing match, I was going to fuck him up and make him look stupid.
and he knows.
No one gets on with Tito. Like, he's like the common denominator so far.
It makes it real easy.
He was cool with me. You know what I mean? When I spoke to him, he was cool with me. So
I wish him well. You know, maybe if he's changed and everything's perfect, that's great. But you know, I'm one of the people. Once you burn that bridge with me, we're done.
That's done. Yeah, once it's done,
it's a
it's
wrap.
done.
Cool, you be you, have fun. I'm not taking a risk.
So for a few years, it was good. You guys were good. You guys were just
we were good training partners. I mean, he makes it sound like we were great friends. I mean, you know, I always slept on my couch. I slept on your couch because you wouldn't pay for a hotel room.
I'm sorry, Tito. If you see this. I'm sorry.
Poor Tito.
You know, I was fine. I was happy that when he came out, he stayed. You know, when he came up with us, he stayed in one of my buddies at the house. So, you know, we trained and we trained together. But it wasn't. There was never a like, oh, we're not gonna fight. And I always laugh because, like, I mean, if you listen to him back then, it was like he took me out the street, taught me how to fight, and I turned on him. You know, like, we were great friends. Like, look, man, I came down to help you out. Like, I showed up when you needed a sparring partner in Vegas. I came out, you know, for Yuki Kondo. I came out and fought Southpaw for you.
Did you get paid?
No, I wasn't getting paid.
How's training camp coming along for Tito versus you part 3?
Training camp's coming along great.
Yeah?
In great shape already, and just getting ready to knock that big block off his head.
I know Tito Ortiz, he's always been one of the main smack talkers from back in the day. I mean, do you ever take offense to what he says? Like, maybe like how Khabib took offense to what Conor was saying?
You know what? I don't think he's smart enough to say stuff that get me pissed off. I mean, I don't know. I just he's never pissed me off. I mean, I'm gonna beat him anyway. I don't like him, so I'm gonna knock him out.
I had you the first 2 when I was younger. I got you.